Welcome back to Watching Film. Now we're going to take a look at Cincinnati's defense. The Bearcats are very aggressive on defense. It's hard to tell exactly how they're going to play USF. They've played Austin Peay, who I think, while schematically is similar to USF, the talent level is not anywhere close. So this could be exactly how Cincinnati plays. They could have been playing the scheme. They could have been playing the players. So if they're playing the players, maybe you won't see as much aggressiveness. And then last week they played Army. That's not really going to give you a great look for what USF likes to do on offense. So we'll kind of look and see how they played Austin Peay, and maybe that'll translate to this week. I think it would. If I'm playing against USF, I'll probably be aggressive, and Cincinnati's well coached. I think they're probably going to do the same. Here's kind of a look at the base they played against Austin Peay. He had 3 down linemen. Then you had these 2 backers kind of head up over the guards almost. And they did not play with a lot of depth. And you see the safeties are not playing with a lot of depth. You have to trust these guys out here, and they do. They got a good defensive backfield. They're going to trust those guys to play man-to-man. So these safeties could play at a lower depth and really get involved in the run game. You see here, this is their base. These guys are coming downhill for the run. Safeties filling for the run. You have your linebackers there. I mean, what's the depth they get? 3 yards? It's not a lot. Now, they may back up a little bit with USF with their speed at tailback and some of their looseness there, but, I think it's going to be pretty downhill, tough downhill game. Another thing they're not afraid to do is they're not afraid to blitz you. So this is the very next play. So the safeties were pretty low last time. These guys were low. So now they're going to walk both these safeties up and bring them. Make you get the ball to your hands fast. And then they do a pretty good job at what most defenses do. If you see guys running to the ball, making tackles, not being afraid to come up and make a play. Rally to the football, make a tackle. They'll give up 5, but if they get a negative play, which is kind of teams are being more and more aggressive as stats come out that every time you have a negative play on offense, your chances of scoring drastically goes down just with 1 negative play in a drive. So teams are just kind of more selling out and being more aggressive to get those negative plays, to get their offenses back on the field. So again, here's another blitz. This one, you have an interesting design here. Starts on the nose, goes that way, try to get the center's attention. He's going to go outside here. And you have 2 more coming in. So you're kind of just flooding this side. You're basically getting the center to turn. And now I'm putting 4 on 2 over there. Somebody's going to get home. And then this is the one with should have been picked. So sometimes they'll play man, and sometimes behind these zones, sometimes behind these blitzes, they'll play a little bit of a zone look. And right here, when this ball is thrown, that's going to be a pick 9 times out of 10. I mean, they got it set up perfectly. The quarterback actually makes such a odd throw that the receiver's able to come back and get the ball. But I would not be counting on this kind of luck if I'm USF on Saturday. They kind of bait you into throwing this. There's one later. They get a pick off with that. Get another blitz look. Moving here. Right? Trying to get 3s on 2s, 4s on 2s. Make them get the ball to their hands fast and now rally to the football and tackle. Right? So this is great blitz design. You see here, I'm going inside. If this guy doesn't come with me, I get a free rush to the quarterback. So he comes with me. So now I'm coming on the outside of this guy. I'm coming on the inside. You can only block one of us if we've spaced it right and attack the gaps right. So I'm getting into the backfield there, free. Another great design blitz. Here's going to slant inside, blitz off the edge, blow up a slice play. So this guy's supposed to come and kick the end man. Sometimes when you blitz a guy from depth and he becomes the end man, it catches you off guard. And he's able to bounce off this block and make a play because the quarterback who pulled it really had nowhere to go. And right here, they're showing it. They're showing blitz, 3rd and 8. We're showing it. He's usually on the center. He's widened a little bit, right? This defensive lineman, he's a little wider than normal. 2 guys stepped up in the A gaps, it looks like. So right now, I'm thinking I got one for this guy. I got one for here. He's for your guard. He's for your end. And then I got 2 on your center. So either your back's going to have to step up in here, and not all backs are good pass protectors, and take one of these guys. Or if you try to get him out in a route, you're going to get a free rusher here. You see they make this guard get outside to their end, and he's able to push the pocket. And now you don't stop the outside backer there, blitzing or safety. And you're able to force a bad throw on 3rd and 8. So then here's another 3rd and 8 where they show that same look. He gets his hand in dirt, but now you got 4 down, wide, 2 in the middle. They're expecting the same thing. Those guys drop out, but they have some movement up front, and they're still able to get pressure and get the quarterback to kind of curl up into the fetal position here. Anytime you get a fetal position curl up, you're doing something good on defense. And that's the pressure with 4 men. So here's kind of an interesting look here. So they play so much man. You could look at this. If I'm a quarterback, I could look at this and see, they're basically head up over there. I got a tight end here and a back here. I could think this is some type of man on this side. And so they basically got like all slants called here. Almost like a hitch maybe with an option to go in. He's jumping in. He's jumping in. So against man coverage, a lot of times you go inside out, or in double slant, you go inside out. So right here, the quarterback's thinking this guy's going to take the slant. The corner bailed. I have a window out here. But actually, he's going to jump it because they're in some type of zone. It looks kind of like maybe some type of quarter half or some type of robber coverage on the other side. This could be a formation-specific check because you do get blitz. He seems to have eyes on the quarterback. He kind of gets in the middle, maybe robbing these crossers or short crossers, or he may be cutting off this crosser right here. And he sees him go in, so he's just depth. And then you got, looks like quarter over here. He's not threatened, so maybe he's looking for something. So this could be formation-specific. But it's not man. It's some type of zone, right? And you kind of bait them into thinking, oh, this is man. He's going to take that slant. This is going to be wide open. Well, no, actually, I'm hoping you sit out there and throw that, and I'm blitzing you to try to get out of your hands fast, and now I jump it and make a big play. So they'll play aggressive, play a lot of man, and then they'll mix in a funky zone and get you thinking man, and then you throw it right to one of their guys. Now, what can happen when you play man and what USF's going to have to count on is sometimes you lose if you play man. Right here, not too dissimilar to what they just did, except they had the safety here kind of jump the crosser, and he kind of lost ground. This could be adjustment because this was early in the game. That other play was later in the game. But you don't always win against man, and sometimes the offense wins. They got guys on scholarship too. So if you're USF, you're hoping to hit a couple of these shots against man. And this is something they didn't necessarily struggle with. But there were a couple of times Austin Peay did this, right? When you're playing bunch, you'll have rules. Some guys like to box the bunch, so you have kind of a, first out, first in, first out deep, kind of first deep in. Kind of 4 guys with 4 responsibilities kind of boxing the bunch, right? Sometimes when you motion to it, you may not be able to get that check quick enough. And even if you do, you can kind of take advantage of the lateness of it, right? So here they motion to it. He goes inside, so you got a guy first inside. He's kind of getting vertical. He's thinking first thing outside, so he's kind of going out with the motion, and then he's going to whip back inside, and he's wide open here. You see a better ball. If you can hit him on the run here, I got a pretty good play on. misses it behind him. But the motion was able to get him open. Just the motion, the concept got him open there. So USF, if you're going to get man coverage, maybe mix in some motion, mix in some misdirection, that kind of stuff. Gus Malzahn likes to say cloudy minds equals slow feet. And you're going to want to slow the feet down of this Bearcat defense because they're very aggressive. And if you let them get rolling on you, they can make your life miserable. And you are going to have a long night because they play up in your face. They're not afraid. And they will keep coming and coming and coming and coming and won't stop until the game's over. They will blitz you and blitz you and blitz you and play man. So you're going to have to get them out of that. You're going to have to get them to drop off. And how can you do that? Hit some plays over the top. So USF's got to be aggressive in the passing game. Maybe use some misdirection, use some motion, try to get guys free quick. Maybe get one of their explosive guys out in space. Maybe he can make a guy miss, make a big play. But that's going to have to be the plan because Cincinnati has a good defense. They are aggressive, and they are not afraid to get up in your face and just fight in a phone booth, basically. So it's going to be a really tough matchup for the USF offense going up against this tough, aggressive Cincinnati defense.